What day of the week is it?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, great. Happy Wednesday, Floss Tube. Hello, crafty friends.
Happy Wednesday.
Yay! I've got Hannah with me today. So, welcome back to another workshop video. Hannah and I are here today to tell you all about Jacob-Palooza, to fill you in on all of the details that you need to know for our retreat that we're going to be hosting here in London, Ontario, Canada, next October 2023, hosting the one and only Jacob DeGraf of Modern Folk Embroidery.
Yay!
Hooray!
So excited!
we are very excited. So we've got all of the details, we've got registration information for you. So this video, we're going to try and keep it as succinct as possible with the details, but Hannah's going to let you know at the end where you can find all of these details in one convenient place if you've forgotten anything that we say today. So first of all, the registration is going to be taking place. Registration is going to open this coming Friday. So today is August the 3rd. Registration is going to be August the 5th starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you are going to be able to find the registration where it's going to happen is on our shop website, which is www.evertote.ca. It is taking place 2 weekends in October of next year. The first weekend is going to be October the 6th to the 8th, and the second weekend is October 13th to the 15th. And yes, I know that the first weekend is Canadian Thanksgiving. Those were the dates that we could get, and we thought that we might have enough American or international friends come to visit us for the Canadians who already have family plans that weekend, and maybe those of you who can't make it Thanksgiving weekend, maybe you'll join us the following weekend. It's going to be taking place at the Convention Center in London, Ontario, which actually, believe it or not, is right around.
Yeah, it's like a 2-minute walk.
It's a 2-minute walk from here, from the workshop. And no, we will not be holding tours of the workshop. We are not fit for public consumption. What else? Yeah, registration, the Convention Center. Oh, the costs. I guess you're going to want to know how much this is going to cost. So here is some important information for you to think about before Friday. Jacob has prepared 2 different projects. This is a different kind of retreat than the Stitch North retreat, where everybody just gathers and works on their own individual projects, and we're just there mostly to socialize and make friends and have a relaxing time. Not that this isn't going to be a fun, relaxing time meeting new friends. However, this is a project-based weekend. Jacob has designed 2 exclusive designs for our weekend event. Both projects are going to be available for both weekends. So one of them is a reproduction sampler, and the second project is a much smaller original Quaker design. So I had toyed with the idea of one weekend doing the reproduction sampler and the next weekend doing the Quaker design, but then I thought there might be people who couldn't make the weekend, like if the reproduction sampler was Thanksgiving weekend and maybe you couldn't come. I didn't want there to be disappointment. And this way, everybody gets to come together and choose from either project. So your registration fee will include one of those 2 projects, whichever one you choose, and it will be fully kitted up for you. So and I'm going to include some photos here. These projects are not a surprise. I think that it's important that you should see them. This is not an inexpensive weekend, so I think that you should be able to see these projects and know and have the pleasure of looking forward to what it is that you're going to be working on when we come together next year. So the first project is Project A is the Quaker Friendship Sampler. So again, it is our small project of the weekend. And the cost for that is $380.81. And again, in a few minutes, I'm going to get into exactly what your fee is going to include. Project B is the original reproduction sampler that Jacob has put together. I am not going to be able to pronounce these women's names. However, I can tell you, I'll put their names up on the screen. I can tell you that this sampler was begun by the mother and completed by the daughter. It's a special one, and it is not small.
No, it's not small.
It's not small.
It's not small.
It's a big kahuna, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we had to structure the price based on the fact that it is so big, that the different size fabric and floss requirements would be quite different depending on what you would choose. So if you choose the reproduction sampler and you would like to stitch it on a 32 count or a 36 count, your registration fee will be $536.75. If you would like to stitch it on a 40 count or a 46 count, the fee for the weekend will be $485.90, because of course 40 count or 46 count, it will be a smaller finish, therefore you need less fabric, less floss. So those are the, I should also reiterate, please, that these are Canadian prices. Everything that we've listed here, the registration prices are in Canadian dollars, and they also include our Ontario provincial sales tax. So you might see the initials includes HST. If you are from outside Ontario, what that stands for is Harmonized Sales Tax. It doesn't matter where you live. If you are coming to this event in Ontario, I am legally required to charge you HST. Unfortunately, I have to collect it and I have to remit it to the government. So that's why we had to include that. It is included in the price. Okay, so what does your registration fee get you for the weekend? Well, it gets you a weekend with Jacob DeGraf. First and foremost, it gets us a weekend with Jacob. So that's the best part. There will be a presentation by Jacob on the sampler itself and the historical detail and information that he has done his research on about this really special sampler. There will be a hem stitch tutorial for finishing techniques, and so you will be learning from Jacob himself a tutorial on the hem stitch. There will be a handout for it. There will be some other, we've talked about him also doing a video tutorial as well that will be accessible for those of you at the retreat. So if you're trying to remember how you're doing it, how to do it, and he's across the room and you need help and there isn't somebody there to help you, you will have a video link on your informational sheet that will lead you to a video that you can watch while you're there at the retreat. You will be receiving a small supplies kit to make an individual test piece learning the is it Frisian? I think it's Frisian. It's not Frisian. Frisian, right? This is the, now.
It's one of those words that I've only ever read.
Sampler. I'm pretty sure I always say Frisian and no one has corrected me yet, so we're gonna go with it. The Frisian stitch and the hem stitch. So Evertote is going to put together some linen or Aida. I'm not sure we can do the hem stitch on Aida. That's actually, we may only be able to do the hem stitch on linen. That's my understanding of it anyways. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But you'll receive a piece of fabric and the floss required in order to do a small test piece where you will learn the Frisian stitch that is included in the alphabet in the reproduction sampler, as well as learning how to do the hem stitch. All stitching time available, of course, available to us in the booked convention center space. There will be a pizza party on Friday night, and there will be coffee and tea refreshed throughout the day for the duration of the event. So that's all of the big ticket information that I had to share with you. Now, Hannah's specialty is knowing all of the fine particular details. Hannah is also the person that so many of you have gotten to know over the last year, because she's the one who handles all of your questions and comments and emails. So if you have any questions about the event, Hannah's always the one to ask. She always knows everything. So I'm gonna let her jump in here and give you some of the finer details on this event.
So when registration opens on Friday, one big thing to keep in mind is that as soon as you check out and pay, you're going to be prompted to download a PDF file. In this file, it's really important that you download it and you read it, because it's going to include additional information to actually finish the registration process. So in this file, there's also going to be a link to send you to a form where you fill out your contact information, emergency contact information, dietary restrictions, all sorts of extra things that we can't really get from you on our website structure.
So it's personalized to each registrant.
Yeah, and then it helps me create an email list to contact everybody. It's all sort of just the way that we organize everything, I guess. So yeah, make sure that you fill it out like as soon as possible, because you know, it's just an easy little and then it's done and you don't have to worry about it. As soon as you submit it, like, you're in. Like, you don't need to do anything else beyond pay for the registration and fill out the form.
Now, do they, here, this happen with Stitch North, do they receive, they won't receive a confirmation?
You won't receive a confirmation over email. What happens is a little thing will pop up after you submit the form that says that your form has been submitted.
Yeah.
So just as long as you get the little message like, thank you for filling out the form, as soon as you hit submit on it, you're good.
Yeah. So you don't need to email and check that you're registered. As long as you've got that confirmation, you've received the Google Doc. It's a Google Doc, right?
Yeah, the Google form.
Yeah, Google form. You've got the Google form, you've filled it out, you've submitted, and you've received that little notice that says, thank you for submitting it. You're registered. You are in. So.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, that's on how to register. The next is the cancellations. So our cancellations are a little bit more strict with this retreat
than Stitch North.
Than Stitch North. A lot of it has to do with the costs and sort of like responsibilities on our end to the convention center and to the caterers and to, you know, all the third-party people that we're working with to make this happen.
Our deposits with the convention center are structured very differently than they are with the Marriott in Brampton. So this is why we had to structure it this way.
So I have outlined this with very specific dates because I felt that this was maybe a little bit easier than just saying like 6 months.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
So if you are registering for the first weekend, to get a full refund, you have to cancel by April 6th, 2023. If you are registered for the second weekend, you have to cancel by April 13th, 2023 to get a full refund. The next sort of deadline is you can receive a 75% refund if you cancel by August 6th for the first weekend or August 13th for the second weekend. Then the third sort of tier for refunds is a 50% refund if you cancel by September 6th, 2023 for the first weekend and September 13th, 2023 for the second weekend. After September 6th / September 13th, there will be no refunds. At that point, we are no longer able to offer refunds for the retreat because we will have already incurred all of the costs on our end to accommodate having you there. Mm-hmm. So those are the details, and that will be very, very clearly listed on both the registration PDF that you download and on the website. It's going to be posted everywhere. So if you can't remember it off the top of your head right now, don't worry. It will be recorded in every place possible.
Yeah, it'll be on the listing. Okay, so my camera battery is about to die and my other battery is at home. So we're going to wrap this up nice and quick. If we get cut off, any other information can be found in the drop-down box below. Over to Hannah.
All right, so any questions about the retreat or registration process goes to me. My email is Hannah, H-A-N-N-A-H, @evertote.ca. I only work 3 or 4 days a week, so sometimes it might take me like 3 days to get back to you. Don't worry, if you've emailed me, I've got it, and I will get back to you like as soon as I'm in the office and ready to go. Please, please, please do not try to contact us on Facebook or Instagram regarding this retreat. Those are our personal pages. Please only contact us via email.
It also, they just get lost.
Sometimes we don't even
see them. And then, yeah, it's a bit of a logistical nightmare, so.
We highly recommend that you join the Facebook group for the event. It's called Jacob-Palooza, so it's Jacob-Palooza.
Link in the drop-down box below.
Woohoo! We are working on a hotel room block with the Hilton, which is attached to the convention center, and is accessible with an elevator and everything between all of the different floors. We will have that linked to you as soon as we have it ready.
We don't have it yet, but we're working on it.
You will have the chance to buy the supplies for the project that you do not choose when you register at a later time. We will send you an email with the links when all of that is ready. And finally, wait lists for the event will start as soon as we sell out.
Yep.
So if you go to buy registration and it says sold out, just send me an email. I will have a list started.
Lots of time people are going to cancel, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We have sorry, I didn't say that before, 175 people at each weekend. That's our cap. That's all that we can have, so.
So yeah, as soon as we sell out for either weekend, if you want to come and it's sold out, just send me an email, say, I want to be added to the wait list. Tell me what weekend you want to come, and I will make sure you are right on it. And that is it. That's everything for me.
We did it before the battery died.
The battery did not die. Yay!
All right, happy stitching, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow with a video on the Blackbird Designs shop models, new shop models that we've got. So I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Cute.
Yeah, they really are. Thanks, Hannah.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.